Welcome to the journey. I have got the amazing James Abbot with me and my good friend of 9 years, man. Bring it in.
Woo!
Me and James, we both started here at Tafe together. That's where we know each other from. And James, I've brought you on. This is a show for the people behind the stories of our music scene here in Perth. And you've got some pretty amazing stories, and some of them require, I should say. Some of them include an overseas tour, which is pretty cool. We'll get into that later. But first, let's start with your early music. Where did your musical journey begin?
Music. Well, that started back in, say, 1998 when I was just 4 years old.
Dang.
My uncle had a guitar in his lounge room. I was like, God, I want to play that. So I was picking it up when I was a young kid, strumming it, messing around, tightening it, loosening it. That's how it all started.
So it started with just seeing a guitar.
Pretty much.
Just pretty much seeing a guitar, and then you thought, that's the instrument for me.
Yep.
Now, speaking of guitar, some people, you know, they own one, maybe they own two, or maybe if they're really adventurous, they own three. Now, how many do you own?
18.
You own 18 guitars. Can you list them all off the top of your head?
Oh, God, I've got my Sheeran Bowlouden in here. I've got a Rickenbacker. I've got about 3 Epiphones, 3 Martins, a couple of Fenders. Oh, God, I'm going to get lost.
Yeah, all right. We'll continue. Well, how about your school music? You did music during school as well? Yeah.
Yep.
What was the experience like for school music?
Oh, it is what it is, really, with school. I learned quite a bit. The music program at the school I was in was pretty good. So I was able to teach myself how to play piano, drums, bass, double bass, a couple of low brass instruments while I was at it too, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. So this is through primary school or
high school?
Just high school?
High school.
Transgressing out of high school, what age did you come to Tafe at? This was 2012.
2012, so 17 going on 18.
Yeah, and what drew you to do music at Tafe? You did sound production, but I mean, you did a bit of music here as well on the side.
It was a last-minute decision in June or July 2011. Mum and I were walking around the careers thing, and I noticed the sound thing, and Dad is actually a former sound engineer.
Oh, true.
From back in the day, so his mum's like, oh, why don't you try that? I was like, you know what? I might as well.
Yeah.
Do the other side of the fence.
And while you were here at Tafe, you did the sound production, but you also wrote quite a few songs while you were here as well.
Yes, quite a few.
Yeah, take us back down memory lane.
Oh, man.
I would have heard some of these songs back in the day, man.
You would have. It was, most of them were instrumentals back in the days that didn't really have any words, but I'd spend 2 hours in Edit Suite 1 just making stuff and all the classes. It was, oh, God, so much fun.
And during this time, you also made a SoundCloud account as well.
Yes, that's when I started putting all my stuff up.
Yeah, some of those songs. I remember one being called Popcorn.
Yes, actually, that was on there, Popcorn.
Yeah. What other songs did you write back in these days?
Oh, Jesus, there would have been, was it Rising Tide was actually one I worked with Blake back in the day. It was like an instrumental.
Yeah, that's Blake Byrne. He's another Perth musician if you all want to go search him up as well.
Check him out.
What was the SoundCloud tag for your account?
It's pretty simple. It's just James Abbot.
James Abbot.
2 B's, 1 T.
After Tafe, you did Cert 3 and Cert 4 sound here. Mm-hmm. After that, you continued writing music for a bit, and you played around Perth for a little bit. You used to do a lot of gigs at the Swan Hotel.
Yes.
Back in those days, because I was with you for a lot of that as well. But let us know, what's your fondest memories of those days playing after Tafe?
Oh, I reckon it was when we did my first headline show at the Swan.
Yeah,
that was a great gig.
Yeah, I remember that. Also, after because the music industry here, it is a bit quiet.
It is.
Even as Perth people, we can admit that it is a little bit quiet. But at the same time, it's also a very tight knit community. But you ventured out. You decided to go overseas, all the way to the United Kingdom, man.
That's correct.
All the way to the UK to play a tour.
Yeah, actually, Dad and I turned it. It was meant to be a holiday, but we thought, why not turn it into a bit of a tour and play at different venues? So we did.
What places did you play at in the UK?
Oh, what was it? There was I can't remember the name of the place now. The Nottingham Trent University actually was one place. There was the Filthies in Nottingham as well. Played a lot of shows in Nottingham. Played some shows up in Scotland as well, at the retirement home where one of my great uncles live, and for my cousin, we did some little shows. Yeah, it was good.
With being over in the UK, you also met someone who knows someone who's pretty famous.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about Kev.
Oh, Kev. So the story went up. Everyone knows I'm a massive fan of Ed Sheeran. I have been for about, 8 years now.
And since the beginning.
Yeah, since the beginning.
Since he hit, man. You've always followed Ed.
pretty much. And one day he posted something, and I had a link to his tattoo artist. I was like, "This guy's cool," so I'm gonna check him out. And then I commented on something. I said, "Digging your work." He actually replied to me. I clicked like on another photo that happened to be his wife. Then she started following me. We got talking, and bam, became really close friends.
So this is Ed Sheeran's tattoo artist that you met over in England.
Yes.
And he actually got you some memorabilia stuff as well, which you got hanging in your bedroom.
Yes, actually, there's 2 of Ed's awards from back in the day. One from Plus and one from Multiply. One of his original guitars is sitting in it's in Dad's bedroom at the moment. And in our lounge room, we've got the original painting for the massive lion on his chest. So that sits up in my lounge room.
How about the music scenes? Like, you got the music scene in Perth. How does it differ from the one over in the UK?
No comparing it.
Yeah.
There's the amount of support you get is insane.
Over in the UK?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It was that incredible. You enjoyed the UK that much. You didn't go once, but you went twice. And
Twice.
You went, what year was your first one?
It's 2016.
2016. When was the next one that you went to? Because you took a little break from music as well in between that.
I did. It was about a year later in 2017. But that one I had to cut short because I actually remember 3/4 through the trip, I got really, really sick. So I had to
cancel.
Home early. Yeah. No, I didn't come home early. I ended up doing the whole trip, but I had to stop the music side of things because I couldn't talk. So I had to, I was gone for about a month, I think, that one. About a month.
2018 going on 2019. What did you do during those years musically?
Not an awful lot, unfortunately. I've just been writing a lot of songs, collecting guitars, building my studio, helping out friends with music, doing gigs. My boys from Winswell, go check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Helping them out.
Shout out to Rio and Sean and all the boys from Winswell.
Yeah, helping them out with some tech work, recording with them, recording with my sound guy, my dad, just having a lot of support behind me, really. It was fantastic.
Going into 2020, what year did you start working at the airport as well?
I started working at the airport 2014, actually. I was quite young. 2014.
So the airport is something that got compromised when COVID hit. Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah,
I'm actually on annual leave at the moment.
Yeah.
So
the first time I heard that, COVID was sweeping around, the first thing I thought was, dang, your airport gig's gone absolute shot.
Well, not necessarily. I had to take 6 months off work, but obviously JobKeeper covered my backside, which was good.
Yeah.
But I used that time, studio, writing, collecting, just doing what I could.
Yeah. So right before COVID, you were starting to do a few gigs here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Then COVID happened and sort of like killed the momentum. But after COVID come back and the events come back, we did one at Ronnie Knight's not long ago.
That was good.
That was for New Game.
That was really, really cool gig.
That was really fun. And you also did a lot at where was it? It was at a bar. You played there a few times.
Not Sandbar. What's it called? Ocean View Tavern. That's the one. Ocean View Tavern.
Yeah. What have those ones been like?
Ocean View is pretty cool, actually. The vibe that we have there. It's an open mic night. People just come down, have a bit of a jam. The guy that Stefano runs it, he's absolutely fantastic, very passionate. Crowds are a bit small there, but everyone gets involved. It's good fun. I pulled a big crowd. Of my second one there was about 50 people, so I was quite happy with that.
So, like, how do you keep motivated? Like, you've had a lot of ups and downs. COVID's killed momentum.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you've been through, like, the arena with music as well. Sometimes things just don't go the way you plan as well. Like, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going through the hard times?
Well, I always say there's a light at the end of every tunnel. That's one thing. And my dad has always taught me for every negative, there's still some kind of positive. So I might have had 6 months off work, but I was able to have a break. I just pick up my guitar if I'm feeling like crap and just play.
Nice.
Just keep playing and it's good for you.
How about today's goals? Like, do you have another UK tour in the works, or any songs in the works that you're planning?
Hopefully, I'd like to go back to the UK because I got some seriously unfinished business there at the moment.
Yeah,
I've actually started helping Kev with a TV show.
Oh yeah.
So I'm starting to help him with some social media stuff.
Nice. What's the name of the show?
The Common Project.
Right. Okay. And this is airing all in England.
YouTube actually.
YouTube. Okay.
YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah.
And well, before we wrap up, where can we find you, like on socials?
Oh, you
Music
can,
stuff.
You can find me at Leaderville Tafe usually, but most of my socials are just James Abbot Music, all one word, with 2 B's, 1 T.
Well, man, as it always is, pleasure having you in again and having a chat. And all the best for all your goals coming up and the stuff you do with Kev and the Common. What was it? The
Common Project.
The Common Project, and all the music stuff, especially like trying to organise another tour. Like, I guess
Fingers crossed.
you just can't plan for it because you just don't know what's going to happen. Like, we might be okay here in WA right now, but England's getting the hell beaten out of them by the virus.
God.
But one day the virus will be over. And
It will be.
It will be back to normal.
Definitely.
But yeah, thanks so much for coming
Thanks
in, buddy.
for having me, man.
We'll see you again soon.
Definitely.